was that time of the year, like when we used to get the big wind and everything. So it was blowing a gale and windier than usual. And then all the men that were working down building the new Mary quarters for the chief lightkeeper, they were living in, they had a construction trailer there that they were supposed to be living in. And they were scurrying around trying to attach cables to the trailer to secure it to the ground so it wouldn't blow away in the wind. And Dad and Mr. Flynn were running lifelines around the point so that nobody would blow over the point during the storm. Just around sunset, when the light would normally be turned on, Mr. Flynn went in to turn on the light. Myself and Fox were sitting at the kitchen window. We watched him going in. He went in, he closed the door behind him, but the door wasn't latched. And because the hydro lines had, for some reason, they had disconnected, so we didn't have primary power, so he had to switch over to auxiliary. So he said he was underneath the workbench, which was where the switch was to turn the power on. So he was underneath the workbench to turn on the power, and then he said it was like darkness in there. And then all of a sudden, he said all he remembered was all of a sudden it got bright again. And then when he stood up, there was no tower. Everything was gone. And the thing me and Fox had seen was the door blew open, and then it was like the wind got into the tower, and it was like overinflating a balloon. The thing just separated at the seams, and she just exploded. Pieces went flying. Of course, by that time we were grabbed and thrown away from the window. We didn't get to see the best part of it, because all the rocks were blown up off the cliff, ricocheting off the walls and the glass, so that Mom wouldn't let us sit there at the windows in case the rock came through the glass. But yeah, there was pieces of timber flying everywhere. The light that was sitting on top of the tower, it disappeared. I don't think you ever did find it. But yeah, it was quite something. I mean, the man, he must have had the saint sitting on his shoulder, because he never got a scrape other than he got scared to death. But he came out of that with nothing. So it was crazy. They had to phone the Coast Guard head office and basically tell them that we were no longer in operation. And then they sent over a temporary light, which is just a little small thing that they cleared off the pad and put this little temporary light there. Yeah. But then they had, once I guess they got the bureaucracy out of the way, then they finally got a contractor to come in and erect that metal framework, put the temporary light on.